Okay, welcome back. In this lesson, let's talk about the three-quarter view. So to do that, we're going to draw a sphere. And the same thing we did with the side view, but we're seeing it from a different perspective. We'll draw let's assume this is the middle. But let's assume this is the middle of the sphere. But you know, when we are drawing the our box in perspective, the farther it is to the vanishing point, the smaller it is. It's the same thing, but the smaller it goes. For instance, if our vanishing point, if it goes to infinity, we have it going till it disappears. So it goes bigger till the front. So with this in mind, it's what we'll be doing with our sphere. So see it this way, because we are doing construction, we're doing with shapes. We have been working with lots of shapes. So see it this way, it goes like this, so it goes smaller. But our sphere don't have to go all that far. So rather than our center being somewhere here, it could be it's moved just slightly to this side because of the tilt. Just slightly, we put our line here. Now it's not running through the center. It's the center actually, but from our view, it's not the center. It's not looking like a center, but it's the center. I hope I'm making some sense in what I'm saying. It's the middle now shift a bit because of the distance we're looking at it. Like this, maybe the middle is supposed to be somewhere here now due to the farther, but the perspective, the farther it away from us, but we don't see it like it's the middle. So the same thing, we cut it down here. We don't cut it exactly from the middle. So with these two, we do what we did, then we do a curve here, just like how we did the front, but we're curving it like this. We have a point here, anywhere about choosing. The same thing goes, we could now draw this line, curve. So everything we are doing now is being curved. From this point where this curve touches here, we curve it. We curve it this way. We leave a small gap here and we make a curve. It will be difficult to draw our rectangle here, so we'll just have to estimate. So the nose now, it's a bit tricky here. Unlike here that we just did something like this. Although even this is not our real nose, but it's easier to do something in the front like this. Here, for cartoony view, some people just put something like this. But to view it well, we actually have to now carve a kind of box. That's how we actually have to view the nose. Then our eyes. Then our eyebrow, then our eyes. So let's make this opaque a bit. for this, the eye is shorter. Then we'll have to dent this thing because there's a curve. We'll make an indent here going in before we now take it like this. Our ear, as we can see, comes here. Then for our nose, we tend to put something here. Those lines used to see us do in the side view, like this. This is it. We emboss here, then something else. So sometimes, depending how far away, we might not see the other side. Then the mouth, we could do like this, and we've drawn the mouth. So this a way we could do our profile. And the way we draw this one, we do it as if the angle is actually coming from top. I could shift the mouth a bit. The lips. So this one way. Let's try it again. So we have our character. Let's try it again. We draw our circle. We don't cut it from the middle. We cut it somewhere here. We draw our curve from where we cut it. We draw another line, and we tend to make a line here. This one now, our eyebrow, make it smaller. The nose, we could choose to extend it if it's too small, the way we draw our arc. Let's extend it a bit. So we create like a box-like shape for the nose. The ear, here, the head. We could cut it a bit. Then the mouth. And let's not forget our eyes. To make it much detailed, you can see I'm cutting. I'm making some modification. So here's another of our head. Let's do it one more time. Could bring this down more. You can see I'm hiding the eyes, like the nose is covering it a bit, so it's not the full eyes. Then the mouth, even the lip, this side is a bit much bigger, longer compared to this side. Could cut it and do like this. So if I had to bring it, flesh it out more, I'm using my darker pen now. We make here indent a bit. The ear. We can decide to add whatever accessory now. Hair. So here's our character. So practice drawing lots of this character in this view. It's the same principle with the front. We're only just changing, tilting it an angle. You could try again even with different, even with the other side. It's the same thing. If this side is facing us, we do it this way. And the more, if I want it facing from the, depending on the view, is how I tilt my curve. Now let me make my curve more straight. You'll find out that our character is more straight facing us. I want the nose to be down a bit, so I'll bring the line down. Then you could see I changed the shape of the eye when it comes to this place. I'm making the eye bigger here, but once it tilts here, I made it the shape is not exactly how it is here. It's more circular. I think the nose should go down. You could alter it depending on the character you want to create. So let me make it more refined with my pen. Just close to the eyelid. You can see the same thing we did. This person is looking more feminine. The eye, the lips, and the curve. So we now add every other accessory. The hair, in this case we'll leave the ears, then we add more curves, then clean any other thing we don't want. So that's it for the profile view. So in our next lesson, we'll talk about drawing a more detailed eyes, nose, and the lips. So we show you seeing the eyes in different angle and why, as well as the lips and the nose. And yeah, the lips and the nose. So practice more. See you in our next class.